Hi there. Right, I'm planning to tell you how to put German helmet liners in. Now what I've got are two German helmet shells with original paint. A very nice Model 40. The size is 64. That will take a 56 or 57 liner. And I have a Model 42, which is size 66. That will take a 58 or a 59 liner. Now, original paint. Unfortunately, original liners are very difficult to get hold of. But I have a contact in the Czech Republic. He's making very, very well made leather liners with bands. They are so close to the originals. They're perfect for the job to make a helmet complete. These ones I've aged up using oil and antique wax to make them fit with the helmet themselves. Here I've got a 57 to go with the Model 40. Here I've got a size 58 to go with the Model 42. I also have two reproduction chin straps to make the helmets complete. These have also been aged using the same method, oil and antique wax. The oil I use is olive oil. It sounds a bit expensive, but I figure it's better than vegetable oil. You shouldn't use car oil. Now, pins. This is a big problem because the original pins are very hard to find. However, I do have a bag full of original pins. These were removed from captured German helmets after the war in Czechoslovakia, where they repainted the helmets black and they removed the pins, which were also painted black. You can clean, if you can get hold of these original pins, you can clean them with acetone, a bit of cotton wool. The original paint will still be intact underneath, and with a little dab of oil it revitalizes the green paint. Now, a lot of these pins are bent. I have a pair of flat nose pliers. These are perfect for straightening out the wings on a pin. This is very important in the process of putting the liner successfully in the helmet. These are the washers. If the washer slides nicely towards the end of the pin, then that's perfect. That's what you need to have. Don't forget these pins have been worked before, so they're quite fragile. You only want to do this once. If you have to remove a pin, the chances are you're going to break it. So be careful with this process. Now we're going to advance slightly. I've selected two sets of pins to go with the paint colors of the helmets that we have. This one is for the Model 40 and this set is for the Model 42. So, one other important point, another special tool. I've had this tool for years. It's a very cheap screwdriver. I think it cost me 1 guilder. I bent the shaft so that it gives me a bit of an angle, and this is perfect for the job. I've done a lot of relining of helmets, original liners and reproduction liners, so I'm quite experienced at this. This is my method of doing it. It's the best way that I can find to make sure that the pin is flush with the side of the helmet. I get often original helmets where the pins are hanging out, and it's kind of annoying. They should be flush. So I try to straighten them out and put them back in as they should have been when they were manufactured. Now, in order to put the liners in, I prefer sitting down. You can put the helmet shell on your knee, it's easier to work with. So I'm going to talk you through this. We take the liner, and here is something I learned from TV. Top tip: when you put the liner in the helmet, make sure the bails are not in between the liner band and the helmet shell, because you do not want to remove the pins to get them out afterwards, especially if you're working with original pins. Okay, the best way to start is to do the rear pin. Try to line the hole up with the hole on the helmet shell. Yeah, got it. Take a pin. Now the rear pin should be roughly horizontal when inserted. Now this is the fiddly bit. I don't know if it's going to be easy to be seen. Find the hole, the pin is in. Keeping the liner band, the liner itself, away from the band, and to try and slip the washer on it. Now if you straighten the pins out correctly, the washer should sit nicely on top. Now you can let the spring go. Here comes the special tool, the bent screwdriver. Holding the pin by the head on the outside, you take the screwdriver and you're going to push the washer as far back as it will go. Once you've got it as far back as it will go, slightly bend the wings using the screwdriver. Once you have a bend, use the liner itself to flatten the pins out. Okay, that's the rear pin put in. Now, on the front two pins, it doesn't matter which one you choose. You do exactly the same, but these wings should be vertical. Yeah, more or less. They can always be rotated once put in the helmet. Get the washer on. Okay. Screwdriver. Pressure to the back of the pin. Push hard. Thumbnail. And flatten the wings out. Okay, that one's good as well. Now, last one. Again, the washer on. This one doesn't seem to want to go on. I've got it. Okay. Push it back a bit. Clear the spring. No. Yeah, okay. Let's clear the spring. Screwdriver again. Hold the washer back. Pressure on the outside. Thumbnail, flip the wings. And this is a successful application of a helmet liner. Okay, that's the first one. I'm going to do the second one. Again, make sure your bails are free from sitting between the helmet shell and the liner band. In the past I've done this a few times where I've got them caught in between, and I've used some very choice swear words like blast and dearie me. Okay, we start with the rear pin. Lining it up, so make sure the hole is in the right place. Just a little bit of wiggling around. Okay. Take a pin, again the rear one should be roughly horizontal. Take the ring. Getting the ring on tends to be awkward. So, okay, I've got it. Again, the screwdriver. Push it to the back. Bit of a twist. Thumb nail. Pushing down as flat. Okay, that one's successful. Let me do the other two. I hope you're seeing this okay. It's very difficult to do this in front of a camera because it's quite intricate work. It's a lot of fingers involved. Okay, I've got the ring on. Screwdriver in, push it to the back, flip the wings. Yes. And the last one. Sorry, I have to tilt the angle, the pin wants to fall out. I'm sure the Germans had a special tool for this, because you cannot imagine how they could produce helmets in such quantities that they did and do this by hand. But I've never actually come across tool. If anybody knows out there what they actually use to do this, I'll be very happy to find out. And it's in. So now we have 2 helmets successfully lined. Okay, so now we've successfully put the liners in the helmets. You could check by pushing on the inner side of the liner to see if there's any movement in the pin. As you can see here, I'm applying pressure. The pins are totally flush with the helmet shell. This is how you want it to be. If there's a little bit of movement, say 1 millimeter, is not a big problem. Here there's a little bit of movement, but it's not serious. This is how they would have come out of the factory. So now the last thing to do is to apply the chin straps. Now that's easy enough. They just button in, fix onto the bales, which hopefully you haven't got caught between the liner band and the helmet shell. Now, which side you put the buckle on? It's a good question. As a military man, I would prefer the buckle being right-handed on the left side, because then it doesn't interfere with when you're lying down shooting a rifle or a machine gun. That can be annoying, but it's to your own preference. Left-handed probably would put the buckle on the right-handed. So, pop the chin straps on. So say they just button in. Model 4G is complete. Now the other one. Is also complete. Now, reproduction liners, chin straps and pins are available at Continental Militaria. Very good quality, made to the original specifications, original leather. The website can be found in my favorite on my front page of my website, which the address will be posted at the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe, and with a bit of luck I'll be coming back in the near future with more instructive videos. Thank you very much.